officially on spring break.
Spring break, baby!
What? That woman?
I'm so sorry that I said, "Are you sure?"
I felt so cool when I said it.
Just want to dump Old Bay in my mouth.
Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 8 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson. This is Jenny Severson. Jenny, how you doing?
I'm so good, thanks.
Good. Nobody cares how I am, so we'll just move on past that.
Oh, how are you, Tim? How do you do?
Quite terrible today, actually.
Oh,
But
I'm so sorry.
sick, you know.
Shoot.
And it snowed like crazy this morning.
Yeah.
Because it's March, and I've been telling you.
You have been.
You tried to tell me. I think it was like right. It was probably like 2 weeks ago, and you were like, "There you go. I think we're through it." And I go, "No, not yet."
You knew.
Do you know? I didn't hear how much we got today. Like 6 inches, 8 inches. Oh no, it was 8. It was a record for March 24th at the Minneapolis and St. Paul Airport.
All right.
Which
Very
ties
good.
in perfect to what we're going to be talking about
yeah.
today. We are officially on spring break.
Spring break, baby!
What? So wild. We are out of control.
Watch out.
Watch out. Watch out. We are taking a vacation we're leaving in a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And
We sure are. So excited.
we are being whisked away to the lovely town of Elkton, Maryland, where my sister lives. And it's a surprise, which we're very excited about. Because since they live in Maryland, my sister has 3 kids who we don't see very often relative to a lot of other cousins that live close by.
Mm-hmm.
And absence, of course, makes the heart grow fonder, especially for our son Jude.
Sure does.
Who, when was it that he got all bent out of shape?
It was Clementine's birthday.
That's right.
We were in the booth at the Buka.
Mm-hmm.
Pro tip, kids love Buka.
Buka.
And there was a birthday video for Clementine or something. Or we were watching birthday videos.
Yeah.
Somehow a video of the cousins was being watched.
Yes.
And he just started crying in the booth at Buka. Oh my gosh, kind of like you. Crying in restaurants.
Which restaurant are we talking about?
Jersey Mike's parking lot.
Oh, well.
A little different.
Little different scenario.
Jersey Mike's, Buka.
Yeah.
A lot of tears being shed by Seversons.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Anyways, he started crying in the booth because he missed them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we coordinated a visit very shortly after.
Yeah. Yeah, and you were desperate to call my sister to organize it.
Yes.
And I said absolutely, because I knew that it would bring her just a touch of anxiety for you calling. So she would be wondering why. Because it is kind of, the same thing happened to me last week. My dad called me. And I was in the middle of recording the latest thing that I wrote. And I saw him call. And I was on a roll. And so the first thing that went through my head was, my mom died.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's okay. She would want me to get through this. And I finished recording and then I called him back and he just wanted to chat.
Oh my God, Tim.
Because
your brain is a dark place.
he was very tickled by you correcting me saying regardless.
Oh.
And saying irregardless. But then also he was equally as entertained with how quickly I just kind of went along with it. So I had to explain to him that is a joke that we've had since
before it was cool.
before Merriam-Webster made the decision to make irregardless a word, something I'm very not fond of, because before that, it was one of my favorite things to do, especially in a professional setting, is to just very subtly correct people when they would say regardless and just say irregardless. And they'd be like, yeah. And
that's what I meant, of course.
Yeah. And so we've taken that, and we always correct irregardless to regardless, or regardless to irregardless, depending on the mood that we're in. It
goes both ways.
But
what's interesting to me, though, is how mad it makes you that a new word, like, I understand irregardless wasn't a word, and it became a word because people used the word incorrectly so much. But words are just made up. So you can make up any word, and as long as people start saying it and it has meaning, it's a word now.
Yeah.
So that's how words work.
Yeah.
Surprise. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But I think that's different. Like, it's different if it's a word that is, and I can't even think of, like a slang word.
Yeah.
That people start using and then gets a definition. I don't even know if that's ever happened.
Yeah, of course it has. Selfie.
Selfie.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect example. Good job.
Thanks.
Wasn't a word. Now it is. I'm fine with that. But irregardless was wrong. And everybody was wrong.
Just that
and
everybody was so wrong that it became right. Makes you so mad.
Yeah. Because I've been so wrong about so many things, and they never become right. They just continue to be wrong.
That's true.
So I guess it's just
tough luck.
Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Well, irregardless, I don't remember what we were talking about. You calling my sister to organize the events. And then I had this big plan, since we're going to be there over the Easter holiday and April Fool's Day. So then we didn't tell my family that we were going, because I thought that we could maybe work that in somehow. But the cat got let out of the bag. So.
Yeah, it was going to be a pretty funny April Fool's joke.
Yeah, but our plan as it stands right now, and we're close now, I think we're going to make it, is to not tell the kids that we are going on a vacation until we are driving up to the airport.
Yeah, we're definitely going to make it.
Well, yeah.
It's like 18 hours to go.
Last night, Clementine before bed was telling me her wishes, and I wasn't feeling good, so I said I wish that tomorrow I'd feel better. That wish did not come true.
I'm sorry.
Clementine wished that she would get to stay home from school, daycare, with me tomorrow, and then you would as well, and Jude. So basically, she was just wishing for another weekend day.
Common wish.
And then
amongst all people.
She kind of let that go, and she's like, I also wish we could go to Disney World. And then she sat with that for a minute, and she goes, actually, I just wish we went to Disney World. I really got out ahead of myself here. If I'm using wishes and one of these is going to come true, I hope it's just not that we all get to stay home again tomorrow.
Let's
wish. Let's go to Disney World.
That wish was garbage.
So hopefully when we're getting close to the airport, I guess we just have to announce where we're going and not say, guess where we're going.
She'll definitely think we're going to Disney World. She will be so disappointed. She talks about it. I mean, she talked about it on the way home from school.
Yeah.
I mean, that's twice in 24 hours.
Yeah.
She really wants to go to Disney World.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. We would be so excited. We have this like big reveal, like, oh, we're at the airport. Where are we going? And she like loses her mind that we're going to Disney World. And then we say we're going to Maryland.
We're flying to Philadelphia and going to Elkton, Maryland. It's like, neato.
Meanwhile, Jude would be bouncing up
Jude
and down.
Would be losing
He's
his
so
mind.
excited.
So excited. So, because we are traveling, I thought we could talk about airports.
Airports are cool.
And air travel.
Okay.
And just some kind of in the same vein as we talked about driving. I think that there are written and unwritten rules of the airport, and just preferences when it comes to the airport. So
sure.
I'll kick us off because I think it's one of our most common. Well, and you've actually come around to my side of things a little bit, which is, in your opinion, you're traveling solo in this example, and you have a flight at noon. Mm-hmm. What time are you getting to the airport?
Well, you've trained me well because it's 2 hours. And I get made fun of all the time about this because apparently nobody does that anymore. It especially happens to me at work. Mm-hmm. Well, it just happened to me like 2 weeks ago. We're in a meeting and somebody had to be at the airport and their flight was leaving in under 2 hours. And they were still in the room with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need to go. Like, get out of this room.
Yeah.
You need to be at the airport 2 hours ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's 100% instilled in me by you.
Right.
I do it.
Yeah. And I feel like, and I'm not a business traveler for work, nor was I. But I feel like people that travel for work, they always push it a lot longer. And I suppose that's just because when you're in an airport more often, I think it probably becomes more like a bus stop than like something like thrilling. I think when you travel for vacation a lot, the airport is kind of an extension of vacation.
That's true.
You know?
It is an extension of vacation.
But when you're traveling for business, then it's just like the
Yeah.
last place you want to be.
Yeah.
It's like,
But you still don't want to miss your flight, though.
right. Well, my thought always was for those people is, you know, and I don't know what they tell you anymore I think for like national travel, I think they say an hour and a half is what they, right? Is it?
I don't know. I think it still says 2 hours.
Is it still 2 hours?
Because I looked it up, at least in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Because everyone was making fun of me that I still go 2 hours. And I showed them on the website. It was like, see, it says it right here.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, and I always feel like if you're traveling, especially if you're traveling during a business day, the concept of me of not taking advantage of that 2 hour time to be like, I got a flight, I gotta go. And then everybody tells you you're ridiculous, but they don't know. They're not at the airport. Security. I'd hop on the meeting, but I'm just about to go through security in Lisbon.
Yeah.
And I would milk that.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, but you're so right on the vacation side. It's like vacation starts when you get to the airport.
Yeah.
So getting there early just extends your vacation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, and you don't want to start off hectic, especially for a vacation. You want to
fighting.
You want to get through. You want to get through and let all of the things that are going to happen without the stress of time. And I think too, for me personally, because this isn't like me traveling with you, right? This is me on my own, especially once I got access to the Sky Club, the Delta Sky Club. Don't threaten me with getting to the airport early. I will go and I will take full advantage of the Sky Club. But my feeling is always on a travel day, no matter what I'm doing the morning or afternoon, depending on when I'm flying, up until it's time to go to the airport, my brain is already traveling.
Yeah.
So I am thinking about weather. I'm thinking about flights. I'm thinking about traffic. I'm thinking about all of those different things that I have to get. So I'm not even enjoying whatever it is that I'm holding on to until the last minute. So for me, it's like, let's get up and just get out of here and just be done with the vacation's over. Travel day for me, vacation's done. I am not
on the way back, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't extend the vacation. Like there are people that really will do that. They'll be like, oh, well, we don't fly out till 1. Let's go, get mimosas and go to brunch. And the whole time I'm just like, 1, I'm already stressed about flying. 2, I don't need to put a bunch of food that I'm not sure what it's going to do to me and then get on a plane.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like using bathrooms on planes, so I try to avoid it at all costs. So that's my thought on it. But it's mostly just to reduce the stress.
Yeah.
Just get there early. Let people judge you. Let them be the ones running. There's nothing better
Mm-hmm.
than watching people panic run through the airport when you're like,
Should have got here 2 hours early.
you sent me that Instagram video the other day. It was just a guy walking with like his backpack and his carry-on.
Yeah.
And he was just checking to see that his gate was in fact there so that he could go find a place to eat and go to the bathroom.
Oh, gate's here.
There it is.
I can go eat now. So true. So true.
But sometimes that works for your benefit to do that. We did that in Washington, D.C. one time and found out we were in the wrong terminal completely.
Huh. No shit.
Yeah, you were there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was like, our gate isn't here. And I'm like, we are in the wrong terminal. And then we had to leave. And D.C. has like the checkpoints for each terminal. So we had to walk out and then go through a different security.
Oh, man. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. Well, we've already talked about you in an airport.
Yeah. I just kind
You
of
just follow the
glaze over
leader.
and just kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you have the trouble of not always, but in terms of our percentages, you get stopped by TSA needlessly so often.
It does happen to me a lot. I don't really know why.
Yeah, there's always something of yours that gets pulled out and you have to get stopped. But usually it's just like they want to look in your bag.
You're making it sound like I'm like violating like the rules or something. I don't think I am.
No, no, you've never had anything taken away or had to throw anything away. I don't know. I think my theory is it's because you're so aloof that it must set TSA people off guard a little bit. They're like, usually people look a little anxious or like, but this woman isn't registering any human emotion. And that's probably a signal that something's up. So we need to check on that. It seems like it's always like you have that dry like face wash or something.
Oh, my microfoliant.
Yeah.
Dermalogica daily microfoliant. It's a powder. So it doesn't have to be in the quantities for liquids because it's literally a powder.
But it's in a bottle that looks like
liquid. It emulsifies when you add water to it.
Yes.
And then turns into an exfoliant, both physical and chemical. It's a great product. Check it out. But yeah, I have gotten stopped for my daily microfoliant, and someone did try to throw it away once.
Yeah.
And that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, hell no, you're throwing away my microfoliant.
Yeah, it got hot.
And they did not because I very clearly, it was a facial product.
Yeah. Well, it's jarring to see somebody's face go from no emotion to rage so abruptly. So.
Gotta take good care of this skin.
Now, there's only one time that you actually got searched.
Like behind the curtain?
No, I'm thinking about the time you were not behind a curtain, but you were wearing like a sundress.
Oh.
And I'm like, she is going to, she
I've
being
been
the
searched
TSA.
without you. I've been searched 4 or 5 times. And
That's
sometimes
so
they
crazy.
take you behind the curtain. I've definitely been behind the curtain,
What
which
happens
is
behind the curtain?
the same thing. You only have watched it maybe once, but it's happened to me a lot.
That's crazy. I've been stopped for, forgetting to take off my belt or things like that, but I've never been searched in any way. But that's probably because I look terrified that I'm going to be searched. I'm like, that guy's not doing anything wrong. He just thinks he's doing everything wrong.
Yeah. I've always been searched by a lady, though.
I think that's TSA protocol.
Oh, is that protocol?
Yeah. I don't think it's allowed. Otherwise, you'd be probably getting searched quite a bit more.
I don't think so.
No? Yeah, it's. I think you're not allowed to have a male search a female or vice versa.
Nice. Probably for the best.
I would say certainly. Because, I don't know. Lately, when I have gone through the airport, you look at TSA and it's like, are these people really keeping us secure?
I don't know. I kind of like TSA people.
I like the nice ones.
I think they're really nice.
There's some people that check the IDs that are fun.
They're fun. They're happy.
They
compliment your smile.
Some people are mean.
Yeah.
I like the ones that are a little jokey. Like they're serious, but they're really dry with their humor. I like those people.
Yeah.
They also tend to be more fun and friendly when you have children.
Oh, 100%.
We've gotten away.
They're a lot more kind. Everyone at the airport is more kind when you have children with you.
They've made a lot of, I remember one time with a stroller, I feel like we got accommodations made for us because they were just like, we just got to help these two out.
Yeah.
And that was new parents. Take advantage of all of the things. Board first. Use the family bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Bring your stroller. It sounds like you don't want to, but then it just turns into like a luggage cart.
Everybody just gets out of the way for you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these people have kids. Get out of their way.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's great. And don't buy treat bags for other people. That's a trend that I'm not.
Is that still a trend?
I don't know.
I think maybe it is. I feel like it had a moment, and then did it kind of go away because everyone realized it's ridiculous.
It really is.
Yeah, it's
because there are people that seem to still have an aggressive opinion about kids on planes. And
that's true.
My first thought always is, don't kick my microphone cord.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
My first thought is, grow up and buy noise canceling headphones.
Or don't fly.
Yeah, take the bus.
You don't want to be around other humans? Drive yourself wherever you're going.
Yeah.
Across the ocean? Figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know. That idea, nobody cares. If you're a parent and you're worried about your kid, let him cry. Who cares? It's 2 hours of everybody's life, and it's fine. I never feel upset at hearing a baby cry. It's so annoying to me.
Well, it never lasts 2 hours. They cry for a little bit.
We've been on flights where there's kids who have had a hard time. And all I hear is somebody who's like, my ears really hurt. That's what the baby's saying. Aww. It's like, this sucks. And we all feel the same way.
You're so kind.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
And leave the parents alone. They don't want that to be happening either.
No.
Less than you, believe it or not.
They are not happy.
I feel like people without kids think the parents love the sounds of their kids crying. And it's like, no. We've heard it. Like, it's awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question for you. You're booking a flight again by yourself. Okay. You've been there. You've gotten there 2 hours ahead of time, and I suppose you're booking the flight.
Oh, okay.
What seat are you picking?
Oh, well,
if it's a 3 across.
Well, I'm obviously trying to get as close to the front as possible. Mm-hmm. Just as close as I can get. Mm-hmm. But then I'm going for the aisle.
Why?
Because I don't want to bother people if I have to go to the bathroom.
It's so weird. And that's exactly why I always pick the aisle too. I pick the aisle for that. And because I can't sleep on planes. So I like having the ability to stick my foot out in the...
Hello.
Really?
Well, I didn't know you were going to act it out.
Oh, okay. I was extending my leg. I like the aisle because I can kind of stick my foot out and kind of on the side of the chair in front of me. You don't really have that luxury on the window side, but I think people like the window because you got something to lean up against. But I'm not sleeping on a plane. It doesn't happen. But you can sleep on a plane.
Oh, yeah. I can sleep on a plane. My neck's going to hurt for several days. But
yeah. Do you see that they make now like inflatables that you can like put on your lap?
Oh. And
I think they kind of like will rest on the armrest, right? So they're sized right, but you have to blow it up.
Oh, no.
But then you can just lay down.
Oh, God, no. No. Those should be banned.
I don't even know if they're legal, to be honest.
No.
I feel like they're one of those things like you see in an ad, but nobody actually
No one's ever purchased one.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of purchasing things, whatever happened? Remember when they used to have Sky Mall?
Yeah.
Or even like...
They had I feel like they always had the hot dog toasters.
Yeah, they had tons of stuff, like all the gadgets and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that...
Probably the Wi-Fi?
But then they should have like a shop on the screen. I would scroll through gadgets and stuff. You know, sometimes it's like not enough time to start a movie and I don't want to play poker or whatever. They have like games on it.
Watch an episode of Friends.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I always get into that crisis of choice situation where there's too many options and then I can't decide. And then I'm like, well, now I'm running out of time. So I need to find something to do. And I miss having a Sky Mall to look at, tons of stuff that I think I might need, but would never buy. No?
No, not at all. Good riddance.
I used to love
A waste of
that
paper.
Brookstone, Sharper Image. They all kind of had like the gadgety stuff, and I really liked that.
Well, you can get the Wi-Fi, and you can search those on your phone while you're on the airplane.
It's not the same.
Oh,
I need somebody to just tell me all the things that I think I might want.
I can curate a list for you. I can make you like a Pinterest board or something.
I doubt that very much.
I bet I could.
I don't think
a curated board of all of the things that you would like to pretend to buy whilst on a plane. Done.
Okay.
I got less than 2 days to get it done.
Yes,
so
I don't think,
maybe on the way back.
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe on the way back.
There you go. Yeah. And okay. This is my zipper merge of air travel.
Am I supposed to guess?
No, but you can. I like it.
Oh.
What do you think it is?
Zipper merge. I was thinking of your pet peeves.
Yeah,
I know.
No, it's same. Yeah, same.
When people wear sandals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you just unlocked a bunch for me. That's not what I was thinking of. But
I know.
Sandals are bad. Shorts are bad too. I don't like shorts on planes. I don't like it at all. I don't like sitting next to even when I'm wearing pants, but it's like I'm aware that there's leg hair that's not mine touching my pants. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But yes, sandals is a bad one. Now, I would say the thing that really, really amps me up the most and gets me mad for no reason is you finish the taxi, the seatbelt sign goes off, and everybody stands up immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's anywhere to fucking go.
Yeah.
Just sit down.
Stay seated.
Just sit down and just wait for your turn. And then what flight was it when I got aggressive with the woman?
I don't remember. I think you might be mistaken on the word aggressive.
Well, for me. Because she was a stander. And
you were probably the most polite person that's ever spoken to her.
No, because you commented on it. Because
I don't remember.
Because she was standing, but there's a method.
No reason to stand.
There's a method to deplaning, right? You just wait for the two in front of you to go. And then you've got the little moment where you have to decide which side of the aisle goes. But usually it's whoever stands up first and gets in the middle of the aisle. That side is going to go first because they're going to go and then the people just follow them.
That's a moment of panic right there. For that half of a second when you are holding up people behind you just to stand is like the most panic that I have in my life. I'm so uncomfortable.
I take so much mental care when I sit down to think about how I'm going to get off the plane so fast it's going to surprise people.
It never has. Not once. Not once.
Not you, because but I know right where, and I will put my carry-on if it has to go above. Usually it doesn't. Usually I have a smaller carry-on, it goes under, but if I have to go above, I know exactly where it is, and I put it in there in a way that I don't have to do anything but reach up, feel the handle, and pull it down and get out of there, because I just want to go. But wherever we were flying, I don't know where we would have been going. Oh, I think it was when we were going to Chattanooga. And it was a woman behind us, but she got up and she got pushed forward by people behind her. And so she was kind of in line with our seats standing. And I got up to go and then she kind of stopped and I rolled my eyes and stood back. And she just goes, "Oh no, you can go." And I just looked at her and go, "Are you sure?" And you were like, "What?" That's exactly the face you made. You're like, "What was that?" And it was because I'd been to Chicago recently and I was hanging out with John. and John is from Long Island. And so he's got that New York way of just like, I don't know, you just kind of do what you want and say what you believe, which is so refreshing because I never do that ever in my life.
No.
And that just came out of me out of nowhere. And I'm like, that was nice. And then it kind of became a pattern. I did something else.
You were on a roll.
Yeah. But then I just felt rude. And then I was like, I can't live this life.
Yeah. I'm going to just revert back immediately.
I had to call Delta to get the flight manifest so I could write a letter and apologize to that woman.
I'm so sorry that I said, "Are you sure?"
I felt so cool when I said it.
And she probably heard, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure? Oh, man. Yeah. But yes, I don't like the people that stand up right away.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I hate the
Makes
clack
no
of all the
sense.
seatbelts at once. That really makes me mad.
Oh, wow.
It's like the whole process of it.
You do have a whole bunch.
Where are we all going? You don't have anywhere to go. And so is it especially the men who do it, but they're sitting on the window and then they think, oh, I got to stand up now, but they're 6'4". So they're underneath like that. And I'm like, how is that better than sitting down comfortably in your chair? What makes this easier for you? And you're not getting out any quicker.
Definitely not.
I also think a lot of people don't remember when it's time to get off the plane that the armrest can lift upwards. See a lot of purses getting hung up, and I'm just like, just lift the armrest up. And it's not a problem. You slide your butt right across, and then you're out of there.
Got all sorts of tips.
I know.
I actually don't ever do that.
Put the thing up? Oh, I do. Almost every time. If I'm inside, I always put
Never
it up.
noticed that.
Yeah, because I get convinced that it's going to hook on my belt loop and somehow my pants are going to fall down. There's no limit to the embarrassing situations that I can make up for myself that could possibly happen.
You do not actually have a fear that your pants are going to fall down.
Not like down... Not like down to my knees, but they're going to get caught up enough that like half my butt is going to come out, and then like the person behind me who's already standing and waiting is going to have to see that. And I don't want anybody to have to see that.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. But yes, that is one that will always get me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of the airport. Again, because we're vacation people, but yeah, I like your point. Vacation doesn't really start till you're through security, and then that's when it starts. If you're doing it right, that's when it starts. Because then it's let's go find the most expensive cocktail in all of Minnesota.
Let's do it.
And I do hold true to this. I always at an airport bar, because they always ask you. It's the only place where they will ask you if you want a double. So consistently. So if I order a cocktail and they say a double, it's kind of my rule that if they say that, I go, yeah, probably.
Gotta say yes.
Probably.
Can't say no. It's like supersized.
Need another $8 shot of Phillips vodka and that Bloody Mary, please. That sounds delicious. And then moving on from that, when we're traveling back, we've booked out a vacation afternoon in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was so excited to watch National Treasure. Oh my God, I was so excited. National Treasure is, in fact, a treasure. I fucking love that movie. That movie is so good. And I've only watched it, once every 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just still good and surprising. But when we decided we were going to do an afternoon in Philadelphia, I was like, I got to show the kids National Treasure. Thought they were going to be into it, and they were not.
They were not.
They were not into it at all.
It's a little too much for them, which makes it concerning that because I booked our hotel is literally across the street from the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall, and now I'm like,
they're not going to care.
They're not going to care, but
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to have a cheesesteak.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be interesting too, since I don't think either of them. Well, Jude will eat a cheesesteak.
Jude will try one.
Clementine won't.
No.
We'll just have to go. Maybe we'll find a place that serves spaghetti and cheesesteaks.
Here's hoping.
Probably exists. But yeah, we don't know much about Philly, so I've been there, but it's always like when I was little. So I don't. Yeah. I know what the city looks like. That's that's my Philadelphia experience, but I don't have specific memories of anything. And I don't even know if I actually spent a lot of time there. I think we had family friends who lived kind of on the outskirts, like in the suburbs. So that's about it. So we're gonna experience it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And mostly I'm just excited to hang out with your sister and have the kids hang out with their cousins.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. We don't get to see them, and usually when we go see them, we go to their place in northern New York. So Unork, yes, as Jude says.
Jude is, I won't correct him either. I feel so bad because I should. And I heard him say it. So he's 8 now. Yeah. He knows how to say words properly, but never in my life have I corrected him when he says Unork, because he's been saying it that way since he was little. And I heard him say it to his friend was over the other day, and I heard him say Unork, and his friend was like, "What?"
We should have him try to say unique New York 10 times fast. See how he does with that.
I just want him to say Unork forever. It's so cute. Yeah, but yeah, so they've never been
as
to
the
Maryland,
future president of the United States. That would be embarrassing. You don't think he's going to be president of the United States?
I'm gonna no comment.
Hope not.
It'll be an interesting time for the American people.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun to be there, and of course we only travel to places where the weather is going to be pretty much the same as it is where we're coming from. That's kind of how we do.
Why does that always happen to us, no matter where we go?
Because we don't travel when other people do. Because
when we went to Florida, it was 30 degrees.
Yeah. But it's gonna, like I said, you don't believe me on this, but when it's 60 and sunny in Maryland, it's warmer than it is when it's 60 and sunny in Minnesota.
So you keep saying.
I believe it to be true. It might not be.
I feel like it's not.
But I'm
science.
I'm willing it to be. Well, no, it's, I think probably a different dew point. It's relation to the ocean, and where it exists in the country. It's a little further south.
You're just making things up, though.
I don't think that I'm making things up. You always say I'm making things up. I'm reasoning. I'm reasoning through these things.
Okay.
To try to provide some evidence. But I think a lot of times with things like that, I just want you to believe me, because if you believe me, then it's just kind of like a placebo effect. You're like, oh yeah, this is nice. You're right.
It is going to be warmer.
It's just like, that's not real life. I'm going to be miserable.
Yeah. That's exactly how
No, I'm excited I want to go to go get some crabs someplace, get some seafood.
Oh, yeah.
Some
legit
seafood. Yeah.
I want Old Bay on everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on everything.
Yeah, we should just box up like a box of Old Bay chips and send them home.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Old Bay fries. I just want to dump Old Bay in my mouth.
Well,
I like Old Bay.
Clearly you do. A big bottle, it looked like, too. A big bottle.
It was a box.
It was a box.
It was a square box.
Oh, it was a square box.
I thought. Was it not? In my mind, it was square.
You're doing a lot of work with that hand there. So, yeah, well, I guess we will have a lot to report on from the travels. Anything else you want to talk about in relationship to airports and airport travel? You don't need a real ID, do you? I haven't looked into that.
Don't you have one?
No, I have a passport card.
Oh, you have a passport card. Oh.
You got a passport card too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did get a passport card.
Who knows where that is?
I don't know.
Well, as long as you've got your passport card, I think you're good.
Yeah, we're fine. All right. No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Well, I guess as people are seeing this, we'll be on our way to Philadelphia. Well, depending on when you watch it. Because most people don't all watch it when it goes live on Wednesday, but we will be traveling. If that matters to you.
I don't think it does. I don't think it matters to them.
It might.
It could.
It could.
It could. It could. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. We'll text when we land. No, we won't.
You're really good about that. You always communicate with your mom when you're traveling, even as a 39-year-old man. My mom doesn't even know that I'm out of the state or wherever I am.
Right.
She was when I was in Palm Springs last spring.
Mm-hmm.
She found out from Katie at the local that I was in Palm Springs, and she said she was like arguing with her. She was like, "Oh, Jenny's in Palm Springs. The kids are at my house." And my mom was like, "Jenny's not in Palm Springs. Why would Jenny be in Palm Springs?" And Katie was like, "Yeah, the kids are at my house right now. Jenny's in Palm Springs." And my mom was like, "No, she's not." And then she started texting me like, "Are you in Palm Springs?" And I was like, "Yes." She was like, "What? You have to tell me. You have to tell me when you're flying." I'm like, why?
It is weird.
But you always do. You always tell your mom when you're flying somewhere.
I know. Well, and I think I've told her before, like, if my plane crashes, you're going to hear about it. Like, it's going to be news.
You're going to find out one way or the other.
Find out shortly after I do.
Oh.
That it's happened. So.
Yikes. That's what you want to hear.
So, yeah, there you go. Off to Philadelphia we go.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey.
Oh.
You got to do your sign off.
Oh. Well, it's kind of your sign.
Did you forget about the sign off?
Well, it's yours.
No, you say it. Don't
I
say it?
You
I'm
say it.
pretty sure you say it.
You say it.
Should we go check out? Should we go check on the kids?
Yes. Let's go check on the kids. See you next time.